Hello guys, so we will now keep working with the appearance of our register view controller. So this is the view controller which we have created, and this is how it looks when we launch a simulator. So we're on the right track. So what will be the next step? First of all, don't worry about this white space. This won't be scrollable once we finish the layout and the appearance of the pages. First, what I would like to change is I would like to move up a little bit this view, because when we align the constraints, it keeps there some logical gap of a couple of pixels. So what we do is we select the footer view, we can move it a little bit up, something like this. We release, and it will show you that your constraints and the current layout does not match. We open the left panel. Here, go to register VC Syn, click the yellow button, then click again this yellow button and write update constraints, like this. Okay, so now we have fixed this issue, we can check now. Here we go to register VC and it's done. Okay, so first of all, I would like also to implement the function. When I click this button, already have an account, I want to dismiss the view controller. Okay, let's do it. Zoom it and select your already have an account button. Make sure that you have selected the button, not the constraints. Call Assistant Editor, top right. We don't need log. I will scroll down from this button, or you can drag it from here. From this button, hold Ctrl, left mouse click, drag it right over here. You can write cancel button underscore clicked, or already have an account button underscore clicked, or whatever you prefer, guys. Cancel button click. I'll select here action. It must be of type action, not an outlet, and we write connect. So this function will be executed once any cancel or dismissing button has been pressed. Okay, and in this function we'll write the following, which is self.view.dismiss, or no, just self.dismiss animated true. Any function to be executed at completion, nil, nothing. Okay, so at the same time you can build and run your app, and exactly as with the original Facebook app, you'll be able to dismiss your registration view controller. Excellent, looks really awesome. Okay, so this was our second step, and the third step, we want to adjust the appearance of the text fields and the buttons. So if we see the original application, it has a rounded corners which we don't have, and this is the round. Here appears a continue button when you tap on it. So we need a rounded button corners for the text fields. Then we need to keep here some gap, white gap. Okay, so for that one, it's very simple to do this. We just need to apply a corner radius. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it in a little different way. Okay, so I will just create a one function which will be applying a round corner radius. Then I will apply this function to all the objects which corners I want to be rounded. Okay, so this is nothing more, just a practice for you and to extend your knowledge. So I'll create a new function which is corner radius, open round bracket, write for view colon UI view, close round bracket, and we opening curly brackets. Okay, so what this function gonna do, this function will make corners rounded for any views, or views means objects. So if you are familiar with my another course, full Swift course, from dummy to advanced, so you know that if you take any object, any physical object from iOS, every single object is the type of UI view. So for example, the button, it will respond to the class UI button. At the same time, it will be a subtype of UI view. So any of those objects which we have covered and learned in very much details in my another course from dummy to advanced full Swift course. So then means I shouldn't explain that, and that I'm sure you know this everything very well. Okay, so that's why UI view. This UI view can be applied to button, it can be applied to any of the objects. So what we will do is, so this is the function. We're creating here the function corner radius. This is a description word for, it doesn't have any effect. It's just a description for what exactly. So function, we're creating function with the name corner radius. We put some small description, which is for. Here you can write whatever you want. For view, this view will be the one which we will be manipulating. Okay, here I'll write view dot layer dot corner radius equals 5. If you remember, in our login view controller, 5 pixels is the corner radius which we've been using. So then you remember the step 2 is view dot layer dot masks to bounds equals true. Okay, so now we will be calling this function in order to make all the objects with the rounded corners. Okay, so in order to access all of these objects and elements, we need to create IB outlet connections. Let's do it. We're going to make storyboard. I'll first select the email text field. I'll call assistant editor, top right. Here we'll select automatic. This is the one. So I'll hold left control and left mouse click, drag it here. Email text field. Then as the next step, I will create the connection of the continue button. Hold Ctrl left mouse click, here you write email continue button. So I'll separate buttons and text fields. Then we are going to the first name text field, hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag first name text field. Then we got last name text field. Last name text field. Excellent. Then we'll make the outlet connection for the continue button. Hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag it here. Full name continue button. Excellent. Then we're going to the password text field. Select any object you selected either from the left panel or from the object itself, where I prefer to select from the left panel in order to avoid that you will select the constraint, because right now I have selected a constraint. Here you see an layout constraint. So it's more safe to select it from the left panel. So I select the password, Ctrl left mouse click, drag it here among the text fields. Password text field. Then we have a password continue button. Password continue button. Then we've got birthday text field. Hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag birthday text field. Then we've got continue button for the birthday. Birthday continue button. Then we will be working on these two. female, and male. Okay, let's make that one as well. Female, female, gender, button. Then we'll have a male gender button. Male, gender, button. Here we go. So these are all our user interface objects, while these ones are constraint objects. Okay, excellent. So we'll come back now to our register view controller class, and okay, here I hope you remember that we have adjusted our width of the views to the screen of the device. Here we will execute make corners of the objects rounded. So how we will be now executing this function? Very simply, we'll write here corner radius for, this is a description word, so corner radius for, and I want to make the corner radius for email text field. We write email text field. Then we make corner radius for first name text field. Then we make corner radius for last name text field. Then we make corner radius for password text field. Then we make a corner radius for birthday text field. And now we're going to the buttons. Corner radius for email continue button. Corner radius for full name continue button. And then we have a corner radius for password continue button. Then we got corner radius for birthday continue button. And we will stop here. Okay, so let's now see what we have done. So here we go. Now we see that the text fields and the buttons are appearing in the exactly same way as we wanted. Okay, so another step will be to make here some minor gap. So let's now work on doing this.